Frederick Seidel. I live a life of laziness and luxury, like a hare without a bone who sleeps in a pate. I met a fellow who was so depressed he never got dressed and never got undressed. He lived a life of laziness and luxury. He hid his life away in poetry, like a hare still running from a gun in a pate. He didn't talk much about himself because there wasn't much to say. He found it was impossible to look or not to. It will literally blind him, but he's got to. Her caterpillar with a groove waits for love between her legs. The crease is dripping grease. He's blind. Now he really is. Can't you help him, gods? Her light is white moonlight, or the Parthenon under the sun is the other one. There are other examples, but a perfect example in his poetry is the what will save you factor. The jaws of life cut the life crushed in the compactor out. My life is a snout, snuffling toward the truffle life. Anyway, it is a life of luxury. Don't put me out of my misery. I'm seeking more Jerusalem, not less. And in the outtakes, after they pull my fingernails out, I confess, I do love the sky above.
It's a poem from one of Seidel's recent collections, Ooga Booga. It's this kind of Dr. Seuss in hell phase for Holly Anderson. What could be more pleasant than talking about people dying and doctors really trying on a winter afternoon at the Carlisle Hotel in our cocoon? We also will be dying one day soon. Dr. Holly Anderson has a vodka cosmopolitan and has another and becomes positively Neapolitan. The moon warbling a song about the sun, sitting on a sofa at the Carlisle, staying stylishly alive for a while. Her spirited loveliness does cause me some distress. She makes my urbanity undress. I present symptoms that express an underlying happiness in the face of the beautiful emptiness. She lost a very sick patient she especially cared about. The man died on the table. It wasn't a matter of feeling any guilt or doubt. Something about a doctor who can cure or anyway try, but can also cry, is some sort of ultimate lullaby and lie. The next poem is called To Robert Lowell and Osip Mandelstam. It's a little embarrassing to say that name here at the Russian Samovar. I hope that's about it. From a much earlier book from 1980, Sunrise. To Robert Lowell and Osip Mandelstam. I look out the window, spring is coming. I look out the window, spring is here. The shuffle and click of the slide projector changing slides takes longer. I like the dandelion, how it sticks to the business of briefly being. Shuffle and click, life, more life, more life. The train that carried the sparkling crystal saxophone Osip Mandelstam into exile clickety-clicked through suds of spring flowers. Cool, furrowed earth smells, sunshine like freshly baked bread. The earth was so black it looked wet, so rich it had produced Mandelstam. He was last seen alive in 1938 at a transit camp near Vladivostok, eating from a garbage pile, when I was 2, and Robert Lowell was 21, who much later would translate Mandelstam, and now has been dead 2 years himself. I sometimes feel I hurry to them both, stand staring at the careworn spines of their books in my bookshelf, only in order to walk away. The wish to live is as unintentional as love. Of course, the future always is, like someone just back from England stepping off a curb. I'll look the wrong way and be nothing. Heartbeat, heartbeat, the heart stops. But shuffle and click, it's spring. The arterial branches disappearing in the leaves swallowed like a tailor's chalk marks in the finished suit. We're born. We grow old until we're all the same age. They are as young as Homer, whom they loved. They are writing a letter, not in a language I know. I read, "It is one of those spring days with a sky that makes it worthwhile being here. The mailbox in which we'll mail this is slightly lighter than the sky."